Hello again everyone, this is Peter Scove for Music is a Journey. I am continuing my quest for Canadian metal. As I've said in previous videos, this is going to culminate in episode 36 at the end of the year, where I'm going to pick out the 12 best albums that I found. Once again, I am looking for bands that have formed basically within the last 10 to 12 years and whose discographies are not that large. I found some great bands that formed around 2005, 2003. I'm going to call them a little bit too old for this. So basically after 2010, but if they're really good and they only have a couple of albums and they formed in 2007 or 8, I might just let them squeak in. But anyway, previously in the other videos, I was checking out bands on the internet. I was checking out music on YouTube. I was introducing albums that I received as they started coming in through the door. And today I want to tell you about basically 6 bands which I will not be getting for the final episode. And the reason for that is quite simple. They don't have CDs. They only have downloads. Now, of course, there is absolutely no reason why I couldn't purchase a download and talk about how great the band and their music is and put one of their album covers up here, as I do anyway for times where I don't actually have an album in my hand to show at that moment. But I am trying to stick to CDs just because that's the kind of guy I am. I gotta have a physical copy. I want to be able to hold something up. I want to look at the artwork. But anyway, these are 6 bands who are on Bandcamp, whose music impressed me enough that I went hunting around hoping to find a CD, and I couldn't. Just before I introduce them though, I gotta say that this searching for Canadian metal, I really fell down through the rabbit hole. Like, when I first started looking, I felt like the guy in the cartoon who opens up the closet door and then all this stuff just falls out on top of him. I thought, wow, there's just so much Canadian metal out there, right? But now, as I keep looking and looking, and, you know, I just do a search, for example, like, Nova Scotian heavy metal bands, and there's this list on Facebook that must be like 70, 80 bands long or longer. These are all metal bands just in Nova Scotia, which is pretty incredible. So if I were to do that for each province, who knows? And I did things like I searched for Canadian heavy metal bands on Bandcamp and got a list of, let's see, 6 pages with about 12 albums per page, so that was pretty impressive. But then I found I could search for technical death metal, Canadian tech death bands on Bandcamp, or Canadian black metal bands on Bandcamp, and I just found more and more bands. So actually what I'd like to do before I close this video, I want to show you some of the artwork of some of these albums, because that is often what draws me in. If I see just a whole page full of album covers and I don't know any of these bands, if the artwork catches my attention, I will click on that and I will start checking out the music. And of course, if it really appeals to me, I will start checking out how do I purchase a CD. So anyway, 6 bands. The first band I'm going to mention is one called Shooting Guns. They are from Saskatoon, or was it Regina? Ah, shoot. But anyway, Saskatchewan. Basically an instrumental band, so far from what I've heard. A kind of stoner metal / doom instrumental band. They actually do have a CD. Their latest album, Flavor Country, is available on CD, but I didn't like it all that much, so I checked out some of their older stuff, and there's an album called The Brotherhood of the Ram, and another one, forget the title now, something to do with a magician anyway. Those two, I thought they were really great, but Brotherhood of the Ram is only digital download and LP, and I don't have a record player. And the other one, the Magician Type 1, I actually found somebody selling it on Discogs in the US. The problem was he was asking $20 or more for shipping. And that's pretty unreal. Like, shipping out of the US is expensive already. I think it's one of the most expensive places I've ordered from. But, you know, I can order CDs for $10, $11 shipping out of the US. So to ask me for 20 to 40, and he says, hey, if there's a cheaper way, let me know. Well, how about just regular post? It doesn't have to be UPS. So anyway, I'm thinking, yeah, I'd really like to get that one album, but maybe I might just have to buy the digital download of Brotherhood of the Ram. Anyway, that's Shooting Guns from Saskatchewan anyway. They are on Bandcamp. Might be Regina. But anyway, another band then is one I found today called Alec, and it was their album cover, this lovely one here, that caught my attention. And so I checked them out, and it was really incredible. It's a one-man band, basically. It is melodic black metal and folk, and I just was really impressed with what I heard, especially the most recent album. I forget what it's called now, but anyway, just really beautiful acoustic music and like hand percussion and so on, and then contrasted with very melodic black metal. And as you know, like black metal can be very atmospheric and symphonic and quite melodic and actually very almost spiritual in a way. Like it can be really moving and so on, even though the vocals are this, you know, back of the throat kind of banshee like, I don't know, rasping sound. But anyway, I really thought the music was great, and I wanted to order the latest album if possible, or any of the 3 albums by Alec, and even found an interview with the guy behind the band, but nothing on CD, so I might eventually just go for the download. I had really bad experiences with computers where, for example, I bought music downloaded from iTunes, and then later on, for some reason, it vanished. And so I went back to iTunes and had to download it again. And then it happened one time, some songs I had downloaded vanished. So I went to iTunes and it says, "You already own this." Yes, I know, but I want to download it again because what I had saved in my computer is gone. And I couldn't find how to download it again. So basically I had to write those songs off. I couldn't even re-buy them. And then there was another case where I recorded all this stuff on GarageBand. Not recorded, but I created all these music files on GarageBand, which not really anything great, but just something I wanted to use for like transition scenes in videos. I had something like 18 files, and I saved them in the phone app as well as in my computer external hard drive, then imported them into iTunes. And one day I saw my iCloud storage was full, and I thought, well, I'll delete some of these GarageBand things. So it said, delete from iCloud only. I said, yes, delete from iCloud only. Well, I later on discovered that they were also deleted out of the app, but I thought, well, at least I've got this saved on my external hard drive. However, when I backed up my phone, or synced my phone to the computer, somehow iTunes just thought it was a good idea to delete all the files. So even what was in a separate folder on the external hard drive, everything was emptied. So I really do not trust computers and anything like that. I want a hard copy to keep. So anyway, I really hesitate to buy downloads only. I've had bad experiences with iTunes and downloads and whatever. Some people have had bad things to say about iTunes. But anyway, let's move along from Alec. Let's go to Wasted Heretics. Wasted Heretics, a basically death metal band, tech death band out of Saskatchewan, Saskatoon. This time it is Saskatoon. Like the album cover, like the album cover, really like the music, thought that's great, but no CD. And then another band out of Saskatoon was Maelstrom Vale, which were very interesting because they were this basically a kind of death metal band, melodic death metal band, but they had this humorous side. And I remember hearing one song, they had a kazoo solo. Which, you know, I've heard that only a couple of times in the past, Uriah Heep's Magician's Birthday and so on. So, yeah, I really wanted to get one of their albums, but again, downloads only. Alright, Maelstrom Vale. And then there's this fellow, goes by the name of Vaudevhod, V-H-O-D, Christian Shaver, I think his name was, from Vernon or Armstrong, British Columbia. Anyway, he has something like 7 or 8 different bands, all... If you look at Bandcamp, if you look under Vaud, V-H-O-D, you will find all his bands listed there from like 1991 up to the present. Loads of singles as well as EPs, loads of albums, and I just really liked the sound of, what was it now? God Cursed. I really liked the sound of one of those albums there, particularly the vocals, these deep, really menacing guttural vocals, but again, no CDs at all. The cat wants in. Okay. Okay, the cat is in. I think I had one more band to talk about. Blackwater Burial. Death metal band. Tech death? I don't remember now, but anyway, here's the album cover. It was really cool, like that. So anyway, they are from Vancouver. I saw the album cover and I thought, that looks interesting. Let me check this band out. Thought, they sound really great. But, yeah, again, download only. So, yeah, I understand, of course, you know, if you're a struggling band, to actually put out a CD costs money. I know that because I have, you know, musician friends who say, like, I really wish we could put out a CD, but it's really costly and we're probably only going to sell 6 copies anyway. But it is, yeah, I do prefer the CD. And there's a lot of times on Bandcamp where I will see that they actually had a limited run of CDs, but they're all sold out. And then I have to try to track them down on Discogs or wherever, somewhere on the internet. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of album artwork, I just want to show you some of the albums of bands that I already ordered, some album artwork, and some that I'm interested in. Let's see here. First of all, this is a band called Droid, a progressive thrash metal band with strong Voivod influence. This is their album cover, Terrestrial Mutations. I have actually placed an order for this, but it's shipping from Poland and they cannot ship to Japan right now because of COVID-19. So, too bad. And let's see here. Next up we have Of Hatred Spawn. I saw this today and just, I loved this artwork. And so I said, I've got to get that eventually. And I went ahead and ordered it. That's okay. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Arctos, here we go, Arctos, black metal band out of, I think it was Edmonton. I really love this cover, listened to the music, sounded really good. No CD available on Bandcamp. Found it on Amazon.com, last 3 available. Little bit expensive, but they didn't charge me shipping, so yeah, I ordered that. And let's see here then, Anomalism, brand new band. They have only 1 EP out of 4 songs it is. Here's their album cover. I just thought that was really cool, so I went ahead and I ordered it too. Yeah, often the album cover is exactly what's going to get me interested in the band. And actually a really cool album cover, I thought, is the latest EP from Throssenblatt, which is a kind of folk black metal band out of Fredericton, New Brunswick. I actually ordered one of their full albums already because they were rather interesting. But here's their latest album cover. Insula. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, unfortunately it's download only. But yeah, you know, if I'm gonna look at page after page of albums, it's gotta be some really catchy artwork or some really catchy graphic that's going to make me go, tap, what's this all about? But anyway, I think that's enough chatting about that for now, and I will be back as this project continues, probably introducing more CDs. In the meantime, if you want to check out some Canadian metal that you've probably never heard about before, just go ahead and punch in, like Canadian metal, Bandcamp, technical death metal, Canadian technical death metal, Bandcamp, Canadian black metal, Bandcamp, whatever. You're going to just see lists and lists of stuff coming up, so... and you can check it out for free because on Bandcamp you just have to tap and you can listen. And I think you can listen to an album once through or something before they ask you if you want to buy it or not. And if you say no, then you can't listen to it anymore. But anyway, there you go. Okay, enough of that. And I'll see you back in another episode, either a regular episode or another one of these pre-videos leading up to episode 36. Thanks for watching. Check out some Canadian metal next. Why not?